Hey guys, Sally here. I'm in the kitchen. I'm getting ready to go on a camping trip, and it's hot here today, which is why I'm wearing a tank shirt, and it's going to be even hotter where we're going camping tomorrow. So I'm prepping pretty much all my food today so that I won't have to do any cooking while I'm there. And I wanted to share one of the things that I'm making with you today, which is spinach and artichoke dip. So check this out and see what we got going on. Okay, so here's the deal. There are a bunch of different ways you can do this, but I wanted to do it absolutely dairy-free. So, starting over here, this is homemade mayonnaise that I actually made last night for my tomato dish that I was having for dinner. So I'm going to use the rest of that. And here we've got chopped up artichokes that I've already chopped up. This was one entire 14.5-ounce jar in water. You don't want to get marinated artichokes. I'm going to juice half of a lemon and add it to it. I've chopped up about a half a pound of steamed spinach after squeezing all the water out of it. You can also use frozen spinach. I had fresh and wanted to get it used up. Over here I've got some very finely chopped jalapeno. I hope it's finely enough because I want it a little hot but not super hot. And this is about a third of a cup or so of very finely diced onion. Over here, I've got a cup of roasted macadamia nuts that I soaked overnight to soften them up a little bit and remove some of the salt that was already in there. And before I put them back in the cup, I added a quarter cup of water because this, in combination with the mayonnaise, is going to make our creamy base. And then for seasonings, I've got about 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. I've got half a teaspoon or so of salt and about half a teaspoon of pepper. So to make this all happen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the mayonnaise and the macadamia nuts in the Vitamix and blend it all up into a creamy sauce, and then add that together with all of the other ingredients. Just mix it up together, and I'm going to put it in a baking dish and bake it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes just to heat it all through and meld the flavors. And for the first time this year, I turned the air conditioner on before I started this because if I'm heating up the oven, I don't want the house any hotter than it already was. So I'll show you what it looks like after we get the mayonnaise and the macadamia nuts mixed up. Stand by. So here we are with the lemon juice, macadamia nuts, and mayonnaise mixed together, and I just wanted to show you this because this kind of X that you see in the middle of the mixture there is classic Vitamix. When it's mixing sauces like this, you can see the four corners from the square edges of the container all folding into the middle to get everything truly incorporated. Pretty cool miracle device, actually. So stand by, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all combined. Okay, here we are ready to go into the oven. It didn't fill the pan up quite as much as I anticipated, so I might do a little bit less than 20 minutes. I'm going to check it at about 10 and see how I feel. I used this bowl to mix everything up together in so I had a little more room to work, and I did taste it. Oh man, I got to tell you, you're going to want this one. It's really yummy. Really, really yummy, and that's before I've even baked it. One of the things that I forgot to mention about why I soaked the macadamia nuts overnight is that I also wanted to leach out some of the flavor so that it wasn't going to be super nutty tasting, and I think this has worked really, really well. So I'll show you when we come out of the oven. Here we are, fresh out of the oven, lightly browned on the top. I think it's still going to be creamy on the inside. Oh yeah. So I'm going to take just a taste and probably burn my tongue because I really literally just got it out of the oven. So I'm going to just hold the spoon here for a moment. What do you think, guys? Doesn't that look good? Worthy. Looks good, tastes good, highly recommended. So if you want to avoid dairy and still be able to have an amazing spinach and artichoke dip, I highly recommend this. See you next time.